Sometimes I want to take a string and extract and use a portion of it that is possibly one letter, possibly more. And there is a method in the string class that's called Substring that lets me do that. So I have here prompted the user for a favorite food, and I'm going to capture it from them. And as an example, I'm just going to make that food be the word pancakes. And what I'm going to do right here is just number the indexes so we can keep track of what is happening. And in fact, I'm going to space this out, even though a space counts as a character. We'll pretend that it doesn't just in this visual so that I can keep track of this stuff easier because it's hard when it's all smushed together. All right. So if I want to, I can do something with a portion of this word. So I'm going to just print it so we can see what's going on. And the way that I call substring is to write the name of my string and then call the method with a dot. And then there are a couple versions of this. So you'll notice it's prompting me for the begin index. So the first version of this, I specify one number here as a parameter, and it will start at that number and just pull the piece of the string from that number forward. So let's say I want to get the word cakes out of my string pancakes. If I look here, my index for my C in pancakes is 3. So I'm going to put 3 as my begin index, and let's see if this works. Okay. All right, so let's say pancakes. There's my word cakes. Substring pulled it out. Okay. I just want to show you a little test. If I give this something funky, like an index that is not in this string, so let's give it a -2, for example, it's going to give me an error. Okay. So this first number, the beginning index, I have to be careful of, or it's going to go out of bounds. And that's true if I make this something crazy high as well. It's going to go out of bounds and it's going to crash my program, and that's not great. So here I crash again. Okay, so I have to make sure that I'm staying within bounds. Okay. The second version of this method takes two parameters. The first parameter represents where to start taking the substring, and the second parameter represents an index that is one past where I want to stop taking it. So let's say I want to get the word cake without an S instead of cakes with an S. So I'm going to find where my last letter I want occurs, and I'm going to give it the index of the thing that's past that. So that's 7. Okay. So let's run this and see if I get the word cake. Sweet. Okay. Now another thing you might notice is, well, what if I want from index 3 up through the end of the word, and I don't know if they entered pancakes. I don't know, like maybe they entered a different word. Well, I can, if I want to, I can put the length of the string here, right? I can use that to calculate this. So maybe I just want the last, however, I want to leave one off from the end. So I can write food.length minus 1. Let's see if I get cake. And cakes. I got cake. Sweet. What if I just want the last 4 letters, even if this word is more than 8 characters long? Well, I could say food.length minus 4. Let's see if that does it. Pancakes. Nope, I'm 1 off, so I gotta back up 1 more from there. Run as. Okay. Pancakes. Okay, I got it. Let's make sure it works for a different word. All right, falafel. So with this idea, I should get 1, 2, 3, 4. I should get leaf as my output. And I did. So I can use substring to extract pieces of this string, okay? If I'm careful with how I work with it. Now, I don't have to just print this. If I want to, I can save it into another variable. That variable will be type string, so let's call this last 4. And then I can do whatever I want to this, so let's tack something on it. And then I can print that. So I can manipulate these strings and pull out pieces of them and do whatever I want to it. So let's do this again. Pancakes. Cake are the last 4 letters. And that's substring.